Greetings, fellow classic TV fans. Do you know which show inspired I Dream of Jeannie? Well, if you said Bewitched, you'd be correct. This fantasy sitcom ran from 1964 to 1972, and TV Guide ranked it as number 50 in the 50 greatest TV shows of all time. It also won 3 Emmys, one for director William Asher, one to Alice Pierce, who played the first Gladys Kravitz, and the other to Marion Lorne, who played the beloved Aunt Clara. As a kid, I always looked forward to the visits of Aunt Clara, not just because she was funny, but because she was also nice to Darren. And you probably recall that Elizabeth Montgomery actually had 2 roles on the show. One obviously as Samantha, and the other as her evil cousin Serena. As sort of an inside joke, on the Serena episodes, they would list her in the credits as Pandora Spox. Greetings, fellow classic TV fans. In its 1969 5th season, I Dream of Jeannie aired the episode The Wedding, in which Jeannie and Tony get married. On the very next episode, Jeannie's jealous brunette twin, also named Jeannie, yes, all female Jeannies are named Jeannie, tries to wreck their marriage while Tony's away. Becoming a blonde, she secretly crashes a party thrown by the Bellows in honor of a new NASA officer and ladies' man, Major Biff Jellicoe. He's effortlessly attracting all the attention from the women there, including Roger's date, played by Farrah Fawcett. The evil Jeannie entices the unaware Biff into kissing her, making sure that the Bellows and eventually Roger see it. The brilliant writing gets the entire cast caught up in the middle of an awkward situation and hilariously tied up in knots. And speaking of tied knots, Biff was played by actor Michael Ansara, who was Barbara Eden's real-life husband. The evil twin almost succeeds until the newlyweds catch on and trap her at her own game. And while Biff Jellicoe lost out, actor Michael Ansara seems to have enjoyed the best of both worlds. Greetings, fellow classic TV fans. Bewitched. As a kid, I just loved that opening segment because it was a cartoon. And the segment happened to be produced by none other than Hanna-Barbera. And that wasn't the only time that Hanna-Barbera would use the animated versions of the Stevens couple. In 1965, Bewitched crossed over with another ABC primetime TV show. It was called The Flintstones. And that episode was the first time I'd ever encountered a TV show crossover. It was so cool to see some of my favorite live-action characters brought over into The Flintstones. And the fact that Liz Montgomery and Dick York voiced their parts made it magical. Now that's how you wiggle a nose. Greetings, fellow classic TV fans. Juliet, oh Juliet, wherefore art thou, Juliet? Yeah, I know I got it backwards, and I'm probably not going to win any acting awards, but I do know who my original TV crush was, Juliet Mills. You would remember her as Nanny from Nanny and the Professor, and Mills got nominated for a Golden Globe for that role. And something that I didn't recall was what Nanny's real name on the show was. It was Phoebe Figolilly, perhaps inspired by one Mary Poppins. And what may have helped Mills in the role is she's claimed to believe heavily in metaphysics, and magical beauty ran in her family. Her younger sister is Haley Mills, who stirred many a young man's heart in all those classic Disney films. Thus, it should come as no surprise that in real life, Juliet's godmother was one of the most beautiful starlets that ever lived, Vivien Leigh. So alas, gone with the wind were my chances of ever becoming Juliet's Romeo. First, I'd like to thank the Academy. Greetings, fellow classic TV fans. If you recall the classic TV show Bewitched, then of course you know who Agnes Moorehead is. Who could forget her iconic role as Samantha's manipulative witch mother, Endora? But prior to Bewitched, Agnes had established herself as a movie star. She had a role in Orson Welles' first film, Citizen Kane. Welles then gave her a role in his second film, The Magnificent Ambersons, which earned her an Oscar nomination. Her film work also earned her a spot as an MGM contract player. She also had an extensive and highly in-demand dramatic radio career. In the 1950s, she had a part in the movie Hush Hush, Sweet Charlotte. This earned Agnes yet another Oscar nomination. Moorehead guest starred on many of the classic TV shows. She won an Emmy for a part she played on The Wild Wild West. For me, one of the best examples of Agnes Moorehead's acting talent was in the Twilight Zone episode, The Invaders, because she was the only actor and had no dialogue. Now that's what I call a talented actress. Greetings, fellow classic TV fans. In 1969, Sid and Marty Krofft's H.R. Pufnstuf hit the CBS airwaves, and a truly unique cult classic kids show was born. I think most who remember it would agree that the breakout character was that of Wilhelmina W. Witchypoo, played by actress Billie Hayes. Reportedly, Hayes wasn't the only one up for the role, as another actress by the name of Penny Marshall, yep, that Penny Marshall, also tried out. Even though only 17 episodes were made, Billie Hayes as Witchypoo on the rocket-powered broomstick, the Vroom Vroom, and her perfect witch cackle lives well in the memories of many fans. Ironically, while filming Pufnstuf, Hayes got an opportunity to play a primetime witch in the 238th episode of what else? Bewitched. On the 1976 Paul Lynde Halloween special, Billie reprised her Witchypoo character, although uncredited, playing the sister witch of the original Wizard of Oz star, Margaret Hamilton. Must have been a different sister. Hayes also has a huge legacy in voice acting, appearing in such films as Nightmare Before Christmas, Shrek 3, Disney's The Black Cauldron, as well as multiple popular cartoons over the years. In 1984, she founded the organization Pet Hope to care for and find new homes for abandoned animals. So in contrast to Billie Hayes' on-screen portrayals, instead of a wicked witch, she could easily be called an animal angel. Greetings, fellow classic TV fans. Most of us know the name Elizabeth Montgomery as the beautiful Samantha Stevens on Bewitched. But did you know that she was the daughter of Hollywood royalty? Her father was film star Robert Montgomery, a prominent actor who went on to direct and produce for television. His Emmy-winning dramatic anthology series, Robert Montgomery Presents, guest starred the likes of James Dean, Grace Kelly, James Cagney, and Lloyd Bridges, just to name a few. At a mere 18 years of age, his daughter Elizabeth made her acting debut on the show and remained for 5 straight years. Her abilities carried over from television to the Broadway stage, where at age 23, she received a Theatre World Award performing in the play Late Love. Next came a string of television appearances in shows like The Untouchables, Alfred Hitchcock Presents, Wagon Train, and 77 Sunset Strip. The lengthy list included one highly memorable role in a Twilight Zone titled 2, co-starring Charles Bronson. In that episode, Elizabeth shows off her acting skills throughout, but only utters a single word. Ironically, it's reminiscent of her future co-star Agnes Moorehead's episode, The Invaders, which aired that very same year. Beginning in 1964, Bewitched made Liz Montgomery a classic television icon. Her portrayal as Samantha for 8 seasons earned her 5 Emmy and 4 Golden Globe nominations. Following the successful run, she went on to star in some memorable TV movies, including one where she demonstrates her versatility. How? By playing an axe murderer in The Legend of Lizzie Borden. In addition to her much-deserved star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, Elizabeth Montgomery is immortalized with a bronze statue as Samantha. And where else? Salem, Massachusetts, of course.